from what I've seen on just Door of Hope's website and things I've seen, videos and such, the localized context of your community is like not just important, it's almost like a bedrock foundational value for you.
That's right.
Right, that you care deeply.
Yeah.
And when I say localized, for people who don't understand, I don't mean like, you're not talking about like the state of Oregon. Like totally. You mean like city blocks and little neighborhoods. Talk about that. Like where's that? Because not a lot of churches think that way, right? We're talking about how far can we send our mailers? Like how, what's it cost to get it out to the zip code 4 cities away or whatever. Yeah. But Door of Hope's got a kind of a different philosophy on that. Talk about that.
Yeah. I mean, like many churches, we have a philosophy of ministry and a vision, and we kind of build, our mission around 4 pillars. The gospel, community, simplicity. It's all pretty average stuff. But the last one is a commitment to the city of Portland, the city. And so part of it is, again, bound up. Josh's story, the same thing. He was a raging pagan here all through his 20s. He didn't become a Christian until his late 20s. He met his wife on Hawthorne Boulevard when they were both not believers. So he and I both have stories tied to inner East Portland, where we became Christians and grew as new believers. And so for both of us, it was his heart, and then when I came on board, it was just 2 peas in a pod, where every city's unique. Yep. And where it's not Manhattan, where those boroughs or something like that, but all the same, Portland is unique. It's weird or whatever. I don't know. That's the silly version of it. But and so our dream was to create a church community that we ourselves would love being a part of, and that we felt would what comes to us intuitively for how to do church would just connect with people who live here in East Portland, because we're from here. It wasn't really that thought through other than that. And so we envisioned and continue to bring it up for our church community that we are a church that doesn't want to just have real estate or lease here in the city. We want to be a church community of people who live, work, and play here in the core of the city. So practically, about 2 times a year, there's a vision talk. And we regularly ask people to leave our church if they don't live in the city. Yeah. So that doesn't usually go over very well. I mean, the people who have been around, they're used to it now. Right. And ironically, it has this short-term negative but positive effect. Because what happens is people who live outside the city appreciate the music or what we're doing, something. And so they start driving in. And then they eventually learn about the city pillar. And then once they hear the talk, I mean, really, we just frame it as we think a disciple of Jesus is most effective when their community of relationships and community of church is connected in a close circle of friendship, work, recreation, so that it's a part of the neighborhood and a part of the city. That's how most of Portland works as a culture already. Wow. And so that's what we want to do. Yeah. So practically, we have an actual map drawn, and we'll do our activities only within that map, and we give the talk where we ask people to leave, and usually it's like a short-term drop, of people from our community groups and from Sunday gathering, but it's over the long haul, it's been fruitful and it's been good. The awkwardness has been good because it really helps the people who are committed to Door of Hope know why they're apart. And so lots of people have ended up moving into the city. Yeah,
I love that because it, like the classic, not to bash anyone or anything, but kind of the classic church growth model, the way of the mega church. And I'm from a mega church. I'm on staff at a larger church. So this isn't any sort of, one is better than the other. Yeah. But that model essentially says, let's reach as many as we can, right? That would be the mantra for saying, okay, let's broaden the horizons of how far we're going to reach. Yeah. Whether that's with multiple campuses or video venues, whatever it might be. But what I love about what you're saying is it's kind of an inward look at, even if we look at sheer numbers, it's like, there are so many people just in your neighborhood
Yeah.
or in your,
Yeah.
kind of zip code. And if we really considered the individual, in some ways, if we really just considered the individual, there are so many people kind of right there in the heart of where we are as a community localized, who need Jesus. Who need the gospel.
Yeah, and for at least the way Portland culture operates, again, it's not Manhattan, but there are really distinct identities to different quadrants of the city. And so I live in Southeast, if I didn't work in if the church wasn't in Northeast, I would never go over there. And that's just it's just how it operates, And so I think for Portland culture, I think the most effective types of churches here are going to be medium-sized neighborhood-focused churches where people can walk or bike.
Yeah.
And they see their pastor at the coffee shop, and they see their ministry leaders out. You know what I mean? Like it's just all woven in, and it's kind of old school and whatever. And there's a whole movement of that growing right now, of like the parish model, and it takes all different models of kinds of churches to reach a city.
Yeah.
But we've found this is just kind of our conviction, and we're rolling with it. So our dream, long term, would be to have a small network of medium-sized neighborhood churches, just in the different neighborhoods of the city.
Yeah. That's
so
amazing.
there you go.